I don't need Diddy. I don't need Jay-Z. I don't need Scooter Braun. I don't need none of those guys. Okay, this is my label. All right, I am trailblazing my own lane with C-Bop Music Incorporated here. Oh shit! Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of the Soul Serum podcast. I am your spacing the floor like a Mario Chambers host, Clay Bonin. I'm joined by my Pooh Shiesty, that's my dog, co-host Tanner Mavis.
Pooh, you know I'm really shiesty.
I'm really shiesty. And we are back doing just the me and Tanner episodes. We have done the last... I think 5 episodes have been the interviews, so it's been a while since we've been on, but we've got some fun planned for today.
We do.
But before we get into any of that, as always, make sure you follow us on Instagram, follow us on Twitter, subscribe to us on YouTube, follow us on TikTok. I got all the lovely graphics that John has made me popping up right now, and join the Discord as always.
Also, if you wear a size small hoodie, go cop one of these.
Yes, sir.
We got 4 of them left, and try and get the smalls out. So all my I'm not going to say little people, but I just did.
I knew you were going to say little people. I could feel it. All of our vertically challenged friends.
There we go.
Yeah.
Just get a hoodie. They're fire.
Yeah. It's actually super high quality, dude. Like I'm really impressed with how those came out. They feel really good. The extra large I thought looked a little big, but like actually on me, it fits really well.
There you go.
Which actually, as far as Soul Serum news goes, that's a really good segue. The hoodies are now out. The merch that we talked about for however long is actually finally out. And once people hear this episode, I think the hoodies will probably reach people by then. They're already
They're already reached people. Okay. Like everybody has them pretty much now.
Yeah. Well, we need to see pictures. Everybody listening to this podcast who got a hoodie, send in a picture. We're going to repost it. You already know the vibes. And also, as far as Soul Serum news goes, I just wanted to... I didn't do this at all on any of the episodes last year, but I wanted to just give thanks to all the people who helped make this podcast possible. John on camera, Chris on camera. Thank you all for your service. Shout out to Fakey who made the beats.
Yeah.
Shout out to all the guests. Thank you all for everybody who's been on the show, who's put up with technical difficulties and whatnot on the show.
Shout out to your friends that helped paint the walls down here.
Yes. Shout out Patrick and Elle.
Our good friends in Australia that made this neon sign.
Yeah, man. People always ask me where we get the sign. I'm like, internet? Australians? I don't know. And thanks to Fiki for pressing the record button on that camera today. And thanks to Noah for previously pressing the record button on that a couple of times.
You all are great. Thank you.
Yeah. And also thanks to everybody who's listening too. I just felt like, I hadn't said it on any of the episodes in, last year. So I felt like the gratitude needed to be put out there. Because this is not just a one-person show.
You're
or
a good man for that.
Show. Thank you. Check out our last video. We haven't talked about it on the podcast because it came out during the hiatus. Still Riding Deep and Don't Give Up, the double feature from SB Rich Nooney. Also, the behind the scenes video is out on the Soul Serum TV page. Go watch that.
Yeah.
Go watch that. That one was really fun. Honestly, out of all the songs that we've made videos to, I find myself coming back to that song.
Same.
Or those 2 songs rather.
Still Riding Deep is just a classic.
Yeah, it's so fun.
We're gonna look back on like that project and that song and video like as like a moment kind of. I feel like especially because it's like homegrown. He's from Ohio. Yeah. And his sound just kind of fits in all of our tastes. Just I think it does. Perfectly.
Yeah. And also like all Nooney and all his cousins and everybody showed us like a whole bunch of love while we were out there. It was super fun shooting.
All great people. We made some long time friends from that shoot.
So everybody go check that video out. It's hella wholesome meaning going behind it. Yeah. And we've also got quite a few videos on the way. Wait, I'm sorry. Also Tired. The Jack K's video dropped as well.
Yep.
Starbucks hook up John Buchanan with those double shot espresso whoop-de whoops, whatever he drinks. He needs them. We need the sponsorship, Starbucks. Tired videos out, and then as of right now, we've shot
3 videos last week.
3 videos. No time frames, no nothing.
John shot a 4th one.
This emoji. Yeah, that is crazy. We've been working a lot recently, man. So
and we're heading to Atlanta this weekend.
And we are heading to Atlanta to. It was crazy when we were shooting one of the videos with Elko. Like, the premiere for Tired was happening as we were like shooting the video. And I was just like, damn, we're out really out here working right now. It's crazy. So everybody keep your eyes peeled as we know more about dates and whatnot. We'll start confirming.
And expect a spring merch collection in March. Mm-hmm. We're going to stick to our word this time.
Yes.
Because we're working on it, and we're going to have all that shit ready.
Yeah. We're on top of it this year.
Love you guys. Thank you for everybody that copped something. I know it's sold out in like an hour and a half. All the like the sizes that everybody wanted. I'm gonna work hard to make sure we have more sizes of the sizes that people wear. Like, I'm not gonna buy no more smalls. Like if you wear a small, you're gonna have to get a medium. Because no one buys smalls.
True.
So
I wonder what the average height of our fan base is. I feel like it's kind of tall.
It's large and XL, bro.
We have like a lot of like bigger people who are
larges and XLs go so quick.
Yeah,
every
definitely.
time. I'm just like, if I would just get like, if these 4 small hoodies were just larges and XLs, like those would have been gone.
They would have been sold out for sure. Yeah. Anybody under the height of 5'6", come holler at us. We got hoodies for you. All right. Well, let's move on here. By the title of this podcast in this episode, you all might know what's going on right now, but this is our first iteration of what I would like to call Fantasy Rapsketball. We are doing a Fantasy Rapsketball Draft. For those of you who may not be familiar with fantasy sports, basically you take pre-existing players and you draft them onto your own team and you compete against people in a league. That's not exactly what we're doing. We're not necessarily competing against each other, but we are going to be drafting a team. And I will go over the rules here just so everybody is clear on our parameters. So Tanner and I will both be drafting a 7-person team to start a music label. I want to kind of make sure that we're clear on that. We're starting a label. So you kind of have to think about the future as well. You can't just go and get Drake and Kendrick and J. Cole and whatever, and then be like, oh, I got the best label. So we're drafting a 7-person team, 4 artists, 2 producers, and 1 flex option, which could be another artist. Well, here, let me go into this here. So 4 artists, and we are splitting these into 3 tiers. Both teams can only get 1 artist from tier 1 and as many as they want from tier 2 and tier 3. We have got 2 producer spots, and the only exception to this rule is if you pick a producer collective, Internet Money, Working on Dying, 808 Mafia. That's going to count as both of your draft picks. And then we have the 1 flex position, which can be used to draft any producer or artist from any tier of it. But I've also included a couple extra people, such as label executives, video directors, any sort of music kind of, somebody who doesn't make music but is
visionary.
Adjacent. Yes, a visionary, exactly. And finally, for the purpose of this exercise, I only included artists and producers who are part of the current hip-hop landscape because, like I said, we're trying to think about who's going to have the best label 5 years down the line. So it would be silly to pick Tupac and put him on your label. Yeah. It's like, it doesn't make sense. And even on to that note, I have not included any deceased or incarcerated artists because I feel like it would kind of make it unfair to sign the idea of somebody to your label. It's different when a label already has somebody and they're incarcerated or they die and then they have the masters and everything. But for our exercise, it's all people who are alive and currently making hip-hop music.
So for our label, we're going for hits.
I think so.
Okay.
I think so. Yeah.
Like it's not just like some underground label where we're trying to make like the most experimental, crazy music.
No. I think this is more like who is going to have the label that like
basically who's gonna have the most streams.
Yeah, honestly, yes. Yeah. Who's gonna have the most streams?
Yeah.
That's
like
kind
who's
of
gonna be playing the fuck out of which label's shit.
Yes.
Okay.
Exactly. So I don't know if you've thought about a name for your label, but I already have. I will be C-Bop Music Incorporated. That is my label name.
Dang.
You gonna freestyle one right now, or do you need a minute?
Let me think about it. I'll come up with my label based on who I
based
draft.
on who you pick. Okay.
Yeah, like whatever like I feel like the sound is, that's what my label is going to be called.
I've got a pen and paper because I'm forgetful and we'll have to write all of this down.
I was putting the notes in my phone.
Now, since I created this exercise, Tanner, I'm going to let you go first on this. Now, I want you to, make your pick and then give us a little explanation behind your idea behind it. So we're going to go ahead and I will put all of the artists from tier 1. So our first draft pick, let's just go ahead and draft from tier 1. I'm going to put all the names.
You put Pop Smoke, bro. He's passed away.
Oh, shit. Did I?
You literally just said that.
No, oh my God, I did put Pop Smoke on there. All right, but I will.
You're just so connected, bro. You tried to sneak a fast one on me.
Here's my reasoning behind that. So boom. So the tier list I decided on. I went to Billboard Top 100 most streamed artists, hip hop artists of 2020. Everybody in tier 1 is in the top 30. Everybody in tier 2 is 30 and beyond, plus a couple of little extras that weren't in there. But like, okay, and also, so J. Cole didn't drop an album this year, so he wasn't one of the most streamed artists. But like, we know if J. Cole dropped an album, he would have been in the top. Same with Kendrick, so that's why I went and put them in there. I will put all of the artists' name for tier 1 up here right now. Everybody looking, who's watching the YouTube video? Okay, cool. Tier 2. Okay, everybody watching YouTube video, everybody seeing that? Okay, if you're listening to this on Spotify, I'm sorry, you're just gonna have to
put all their faces. Put pictures of their faces right there,
and I'll put
each tier.
All right, let's asterisk. I'll put the faces for everybody, and then tier 3 as well. We got right here, just so everybody knows. So let's go ahead, Tanner. I want you to take the first draft pick. Who is your tier 1 artist to start your label off here?
This is an easy one for me, bro. Going with Mr. Drizzy Drake.
You gotta pick Drake.
He's my number 1 pick. It's honestly, it's not even like solely because of like the music and like the hits he puts out. I think Drake is gonna be an incredible CEO executive of OVO or whatever he chooses to do like later on some like Jay-Z or Diddy shit. Like probably even better than those guys in my opinion. He understands how to make a hit and what's a hit, and I think that in the long run, like Drake is going to have massive success. Like he's going to be a billionaire. Like he just knows hits, bro. Bottom line. And
I have absolutely no argument. If I had the first pick, I would have also picked Drake.
Yeah.
I was just hoping maybe you would hit me with a curveball or something.
If I had to, if it wasn't him, I would probably pick Young Thug as my number 1, just because like he has Atlanta like by a chokehold, and like his influence runs so deep there that like anybody that's about to pop in Atlanta wants to be signed by YSL.
Absolutely.
And I think YSL is just starting to like I think Thug is very underrated as an executive.
Yeah.
So
I agree.
But because Drake's on the list, he's a little bit farther ahead than Thug.
I think so. A little bit more accessible maybe as well to a wider audience.
Yeah.
So yeah, I have no.
So that's my number 1.
No qualms with that. I think I'm actually going to. I don't think you're ready for who I'm about to pick.
All right.
For my tier 1 artist, I'm gonna pick Meg the Stallion.
How did I know you were gonna pick Meg the Stallion? I was staring at. I was like, he's gonna pick Meg the Stallion.
Here's my reasoning here. So we're thinking about the future, right? Meg the Stallion right now is the largest female rap artist, without a doubt. Also, is just a fire rapper.
Yeah.
Like, if you listen to any Meg the Stallion song, she doesn't miss a syllable. Like, she is like, and she's got bars. She's crazy rapper. But I'm thinking about my reach here.
Yeah.
How widespread can I be? Thinking about the inclusion of my audience here, and Meg the Stallion is going to get me a wide fan base, just as Drake will. But I think Meg the Stallion is going to get me a different, very loyal, powerful reach and fan base going out. So, and also her streaming numbers are like fucked up crazy because every song's a TikTok hit. So
facts.
I'm gonna go with Meg the Stallion for my tier 1 pick. So now we're gonna pick the rest of the artists. So remember, you get 3 more picks as far as artists go, and you can pick as many as you want from tier 3 or tier 2. So you could do all tier 2, do all tier 3, but we're also thinking about the future here. Yeah. And if there's anybody on here that I haven't named, by all means, pick them. I just thought I did kind of a good, a general, artist.
And we can't pick any more tier 1.
Unless you want to do that with your extras pick. But I think
we get 1 flex, right?
Mm-hmm, yeah. And you can pick a tier 1 artist with the flex. But I think there's going to be some enticing names down there that you might pick. But
yeah,
but go on. Let's
turn.
Who's your next draft pick?
All right. My draft pick number 2 is Don Toliver.
God damn it! I feel like every draft pick that you have is going to be like a steal of what I would have picked, because I also would have picked Don Toliver first. But go ahead.
Yeah, I don't know. I think Don Toliver still has yet to like reach his peak and like have his like breakout. Well, I mean, if you count Lemonade as his breakout hit, that hook was insane. But like Don Toliver's melodies and his sound, his voice is just super unique, and I think he's extremely creative, and he's under Travis Scott and Cactus Jack. He's understanding and learning what it takes to be a superstar at a very early point in his career. And I think he's just going to become like something of that nature, like Travis, if not like bigger.
He has all the tools to do so.
Yeah.
And he has the uniqueness in his voice as well to be created into a superstar, I think, too.
And again, this is a label that I'm trying to sign people onto. And I think Don Toliver's creativity, versatility will permeate through the rest of the artists that I sign. And we're going to be making hits, bro.
I like that. I like that. That Drake Don Toliver record's going to be crazy,
bro.
Okay, that's a good pick. I like that. Now I've been struggling in my mind with who I'm going to pick first out of this. But I think I'm going to keep it near and dear. I think I'm going to keep it near the home base, and I'm going to pick Jack Harlow for my first pick on the tier 2 list. There's not a whole lot to be said here. The man just dropped an album that was very well received. He was picked up by Don Cannon and DJ Drama, people who have been in hip hop for decades, who know good hip hop.
Yep.
He makes fire music. And 502 Atherton connection. There's nothing else to say. Jack Harlow is going to be my second pick for me right here. So let me mark that down here. All right, Tanner, hit me with your next draft pick.
All right. My number 3, and I'm going to tier 3 for my pick, and I'm going with Baby Keem. As my number 3.
I fucking knew you were going to pick Baby Keem.
Bro, okay. So let me explain. And I feel like you probably feel the same too.
Yeah.
Baby Keem is like the bridge between old heads and the new generation, in my opinion. Mm-hmm. He can rap his ass off. Mm-hmm. Extremely creative. He's visionary when it comes to his videos. They're very unique. He still hasn't made like his biggest hit yet. And I think, and he hasn't released shit. I think he's just like counting up his ducks and like lining them up and like just plotting right now. Like he's low key on some like Drake shit too. Like he's just plotting his next like 4 or 5 years and trying to like spread this thing out as far as he can. I think he's way smarter.
He's only released the 2 singles since the debut project, right? Yeah. So he's just
I mean, not to mention he has the Drake cosign. Like Drake, he brought Drake out at one of his shows. So like Baby Keem and Drake, the chemistry is going to be insane. And not to mention he is Kendrick's cousin.
Yeah, that's so like his resume is crazy.
It's in the blood. Crazy. So like, I just think long term, Baby Keem is an absolute get.
Great pick.
Yeah,
great pick right there. Ah, man, I'm pissed. That was a great pick. Okay, so I'll go with my my next pick here. I'm also gonna dip down to tier 3, actually, and I'm gonna pick up a man by the name of Pooh Shiesty.
Hey.
Now, the reason why I'm going to pick Pooh Shiesty is because I think I'm going to reach... So, with Meg the Stallion, I'm reaching one kind of audience, right?
Yeah.
Jack Harlow, I'm reaching a different kind of audience, right?
Yeah.
Pooh Shiesty...
Jack Harlow be getting on those features with... like Meg the Stallion, Sweetie.
He's on that Sweetie remix, which is really good.
On like the bad bitch anthems.
That's one of Chris's favorite Jack Harlow verses. is the remix of the Sweetie song. But I think so. Like with the Pooh Shiesty audience, though, is I'm getting like a part of America that I think is underrepresented and can only be related to through guys like Pooh Shiesty.
Yeah.
People who are really in the trenches and really living lives like that, like Pooh Shiesty was. And I just think I'm going to get, a really great audience from that. And also, he's on fire right now. He's from Memphis. I love the way people from Memphis talk too. I'm drafting Pooh Shiesty just to hear his accent, actually. Okay. No. I'm going to go Pooh Shiesty. I also think he's just now getting like off the ground, like the Back in Blood, like is like the big thing. But like, if you go back and listen to his music, it's really good.
Yeah. He's fire.
And so that's gonna be my next pick was Pooh Shiesty.
All right.
Hit me with your next one.
All right. This is my left field one, but it's gonna make sense when I tie it all together.
Okay.
My number 4 pick is going to be Lil Nas X. Now,
okay.
Let's not forget, Lil Nas X has the number 1 song of all time.
Of all time. If we're talking numbers. Of all time.
So if anyone knows how to make a hit and meme their way to the top and use the internet to their fucking best ability and to their advantage, it's fucking Lil Nas X, bro.
Absolutely.
So if I have Drake, Baby Keem, Don Toliver, and I have Lil Nas X on the internet working this song,
you're right.
I'm destined for number 1, bro.
You're right. You're absolutely right about that, man. That's actually why I put Lil Nas X on this list, is because like that's a sneaky like artist to like find their way to the top. Like that last single, Holiday, I don't even think I ever heard the song fully, but like because it was such so much money was pumped into it to like all these TikTok campaigns and shit, I feel like I know that song. Yeah. And I've never actually listened to that song. So,
and bro, like the Old Town Road song, it's like what, like 18 times platinum now, but like he has other songs, he has like 2 or 3 other songs that have gone platinum. They just don't get talked about because of how big that song was.
Because of Old Town Road, man.
Yeah.
I don't know if I've ever said this on the podcast. I know I've said it in real life to my friends, but like Old Town Road, we are going to hear that song in 30 years at a kid's birthday party, at a school dance or something.
You're not going to help but smile and bop your head.
Absolutely.
Be like, God damn it.
When Billy Ray comes on, I'm gonna start going crazy at my kid's 5th grade dance.
Yeah. So that's why I picked Lil Nas X.
Lil Nas X. That's a good choice. Good choice. All right. So for my last artist pick, I've been going back and forth in my mind on this, but I think I've decided. I'm going to pick Freddy Gibbs.
Ooh.
Actually, is my last pick. Now, the reason why I'm picking Freddy Gibbs is because I want that cult following to be attached to my label. Like, he's got that, like, Anthony Fantano subscriber fan base. He's got like hip hop purist fan base. He I mean, just has classic albums, is like a rapping ass rapper who you actually believe, you know, and has really gone through what he's talking about. Also has a really funny Instagram presence as a side note, but I'm going Freddy Gibbs, just Gangsta Gibbs. I think he's a great rapper, and I'm really rounding out my like circle of hip hop fan stereotypes, I think, with my label with picking Freddy Gibbs on that one. So, all right. Let's move on to the producer category. So we can pick 2 producers. I will put all of their faces and names right here for the YouTube watchers. Again, these are just people that I've put. If there's somebody not on this list that you want to choose that fits our parameters, by all means, go for it.
Yeah.
But I will let you take this one as well.
Oh man, this one's kind of hard.
It's really hard, right?
Because like each producer you're going in a different direction.
Yeah,
you know?
So, and you also got to kind of think like, which of these producers is going to help, you know, bring out the best in your artists as well.
Yeah.
And again, just to reiterate, if you pick Working on Dying, Internet Money, or 808 Mafia, a collective, we're going to count that as both your draft picks because you get such a wide array of people.
Damn.
And I feel like I know who you're going to pick, though. But I want you to go.
I'm going purely off of like my taste and just what I think the future. It's not necessarily like right now. Like, yes, like these guys have worked with hella people, but like I think these guys are like going to take over the 20s of hip hop and like make more hits. I'm picking Working on Dying.
I knew you were going to pick Working on Dying.
Yeah.
And I knew you were. You love their sound. I love their sound too. They oh, I'm sorry. You go ahead. This is your draft pick. You go for it.
Just Working on Dying, just like I love their come up story and who they've worked with. They're very there's a mystery about Working on Dying. Like they don't really show themselves. Like they're this producer group that's worked with everyone that has the sauce, from fucking Matt Ox to Drake to Lucky to Uzi to Playboy Cardi now on Whole Lot of Red. Like and especially with Whole Lot of Red, like they produced most of that album and they've proven that like they're trying to, you know, break down barriers and start new waves. And just on that aspect, it might not be all put together yet, but I think it will be put together in the future. And with Drake, Don Toliver, Baby Keem, and Lil Nas X, and I have Working on Dying, like making the majority of the beats for those guys. That's going to be those guys.
The darkest Lil Nas X album.
That's what I want, bro. That'd be crazy.
Yeah, I kind of thought you were going to pick Working on Dying for all the reasons that you just said. They're mysterious. They have this dark sound. They can do the poppy happy shit too, like they did with Eternal Take with Uzi, bro. Like they made like the hyper pop ish beats. Sorry, hyper pop fans, if you get offended by that, but like that's the only thing I could like put a box for people that are listening right now. Totally,
like the futsal shuffle type beats, but then they can do like the stop breathing Playboy Cardi, rough, industrial, crazy shit.
The first Working on Dying beat that I consciously remember like being curious about was the Drake song I'm Upset. I love that. Bro. I think that beat is nasty.
Crazy.
That beat's so nasty. Yeah. They killed
First Working on Dying beat I heard was the Matt Ox Overwhelming, produced by Oogie Mane.
Yeah.
Oogie Mane killed it.
I didn't know how many people were Working on Dying until I was putting this list together and did a little research. All right, so cool. Working on Dying. Nice.
Yes.
Now, for my pick, I'm not going to pick them, but I was thinking about picking Internet Money just based off of the variety that I'll get and, you know, their popularity in this moment right now.
They're going to be here for a while, bro.
But I don't think I'm going to do that, though.
Okay.
I don't think I'm going to do that. I'm also going to pick based off of my own taste, because this is my label, goddammit.
Yeah.
And I'm going to put my artists on whatever beats I want to hear. And the first one that I have to go with is Metro Boomin.
Yeah. That was who I was going to pick.
I mean, he's been in the rap game making classic songs since he was like 17. I listened to Metro Boomin beats like on the school bus in sophomore year.
Has probably debatably the hardest producer tag.
Hardest producer tag, one of the most recognizable, has worked on sophisticated projects such as, you know, his own works, but also something like a Life of Pablo. But he also has these grimy, dirty,
like Savage Mode
hood
albums.
anthems, things like that. And so I think Metro Boomin just he has the ability to go high and to go low.
And also Metro, that plays into your favor. He's such a big brand that he's low key an artist too.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like,
absolutely,
he's recognized as an artist. He's not just a producer. Like, he has his own albums.
Yep.
He has his own DJ sets that he does at shows and stuff. So I think that plays. I didn't even think about that until right now.
Metro Boomin. Yeah, crazy. Also, Jack Harlow on a Metro Boomin beat
that would go
probably
crazy.
Be sick as fuck. All right, so the second producer that I'm gonna pick in this case, and it's you know what? I'm just gonna do it. I'm gonna pick The Alchemist as my second as my second producer, because I have some rapping ass rappers on my how the hell do you spell alchemist? Did I spell it right? I did. Okay. I have some rapping ass rappers on my team. Obviously, him and Freddy Gibbs already have an album together. Jack Harlow knows how to spit. Yep. Meg the Stallion knows how to spit. Pooh Shiesty may not be in the same like realm of like a hip hopper, you know, but The Alchemist like would pick a crazy sample and then give it to Metro, and Metro would make the trap sound for Pooh Shiesty. So I'm good on that. I'm getting the highs and lows of hip hop producing in those two choices. And The Alchemist is an OG. He's been around forever. He's worked with some of my favorite artists, so I got to go with it.
Facts.
I also wanted to pick Kenny Beats for similar reasons, but you know, he's the police. Just kidding. All right. So now we have come down to the flex position. Now, I would like to reiterate, if you want, you can pick another artist from tier 1, tier 2, or tier 3. You can pick another producer, or you can pick one of our extras, who I will put all of their names and faces right here for the YouTube video watchers. But I'm also going to read them off though, because I think I got some good ones in here. So for as far as music video directors, Cole Bennett, Hype Williams, Director X, and John Buchanan. I put in there. If you don't pick John, it's going to be a really awkward time at home for you guys. And then as far as label executives, Jimmy Iovine, Rick Rubin, Diddy, Jay-Z, and Scooter Braun. And then just as a wild card, just to throw it in, just to see what you would say or what you would do, I put Anthony Fantano in there. I don't know exactly what he would do on our labels or how you would choose that, but you know, I wanted to just throw him in there, see if I could get you to bite on that.
Gotcha.
So what's your extras pick? Yeah, scroll if you need to.
Oh man. It's like I want to go with an exec, but fuck, dude.
It's a tough one, kinda.
Yeah, it's like I want to go with Jimmy Iovine or Rick Rubin, but like they're getting old. You know,
it's true.
Like, I want my label to last like 30 or 40 years.
That's a good point. That is a very good point.
Like, how much longer does Jimmy Iovine and Rick Rubin have? Like, I'm not trying to be like, I'm just being realistic.
No, I mean, you're right. That's just a funny way to ask that question. But you're right, though. I mean, they are old guys. They have already done a lot, seen a lot, contributed immensely to the culture. So, like, how much more can they do? But also, if I could counterpoint that, like, you can have Rick Rubin just as a guy to like send in the studio. Be like, Rick, you don't have to touch a fucking thing in here. Yeah. Just go in there and talk. Yeah. Just like go in there, talk to my artists, maybe make a note here or there, you know? Yeah. So it's just
You're right. You're right.
So what are you doing?
Yeah. With that, with you made a point. I'm gonna go with Rick Rubin.
You're gonna go with Rick Rubin, eh?
Yeah, because like I listen to Rick Rubin's podcast a lot. Like I know his story. I know who he's worked with.
He's amazing.
I know how he's developed talent. He understands the artist more than the artist does more often than not.
Yeah.
And he really is, he gets artists to be really comfortable with him and open up to him. And he's just really good at seeing artists' potential and like turning them into like their evolved final form.
You're getting a lot of variety from him as well.
Yeah.
You know, so like the man has made Johnny Cash albums. The man made Run DMC albums.
Yeah.
Jay-Z albums, like Radiohead albums. He's got it all.
He just understands music too. Like he don't have like the old head mentality. He's always looking for the younger guys that are the visionaries that are next up. And he wants to be the one to be like the helping hand, to be like the OG to help. So I think he would help a lot with my label.
I think that's a good choice. That is a good choice. And again, you stole my pick. I would have gone there.
I was about to pick Frank Ocean. Just solely because I want to hear Frank Ocean on Working on Dying Beat really bad.
God, that I don't even know what that sounds like, but I'm very curious though as to what a Frank Working on Dying song sounds like. So, okay, for my flex pick, part of me wants to pick like a Kendrick or Travis, or dare I even say Jermaine, just because of like their sheer power in hip hop. And like if they dropped an album like right now as we're sitting here, like it's going to change everything. And like we're going to only talk about that for like a couple weeks, But I don't want to do that.
All right.
Because that's kind of lame. And I think it's kind of boring, actually. What I am going to do, actually, is I'm going to pick John Buchanan.
There it is.
I'm going to pick John Buchanan as my extra. If I could just be honest here, I don't need Diddy or Jay-Z.
That sounds insane.
Listen to me, a 23-year-old from Kentucky saying he doesn't need Diddy or Jay-Z, but I don't need Diddy, I don't need Jay-Z, I don't need Scooter Braun, I don't need none of those guys, okay? This is my label. All right, I am trailblazing my own lane with C-Bop Music Incorporated here. So I'm going to pick John Buchanan because right now I think the stock on John is very low. Not a lot of people have bought in on the John Buchanan stock yet. Some people have.
Facts.
Some people have. But I think that his stock price is going to skyrocket here soon.
It's going to be like Dogecoin.
John is just like Dogecoin. He is just like Dogecoin. So no, but like in all seriousness though, I mean, everybody else on here is already established and has already like made their name and has their style and everything. And like, I love Hype Williams. I love that he has this distinctual visual style and all that and whatever. But like, he did a video for like the Uzi Future album and it was just like a regular ass, boring ass video. So, and especially in a day when image is immensely important and becoming more and more important with the day, I'm going to pick a visual artist to put on my team. And he's doing all my videos. He's doing all my logos. He's doing all my graphics. And I'm going to buy him all the Starbucks double shots that he wants. And I'm going to pick John Buchanan as my one extra flex spot. So, with that, do what?
I need a 360.
You want we gonna sign John to a 360 deal? Could have been records, Damn, this would be really fun if we got Drewski on the show and we did the same thing with him. Damn, that would actually be really crazy. He already has a label though. Damn.
By the way, my record label is called Afterlife Records.
Afterlife Records.
Yeah, because all this shit sounds heavenly, bro. Heavenly. Working on Dying. I'm working on Dying as a producer.
Fire. That is a really good name, honestly. And
then when you listen to our shit, your soul just transcends to the fucking afterlife, bro.
Okay. All right. Afterlife Records. So I want to turn this over to everybody listening, everybody on Spotify and everybody on YouTube. We are going to put a poll up in our Discord once this video has dropped. We'll give it, we'll let it run for the week, I think. We want you all to decide on whose label is going to be better 5 years down the line. Afterlife Records or C-Bop Music Incorporated?
C-Bop.
C-Bop. I
What
tried
does
to,
C-Bop stand for?
my friend Chris Edlin calls me C-Bop Diddley sometimes. And it's like one of the only nicknames I've ever had, and it's like not even really my
Sick,
nickname.
dude. That's so much more cooler than Afterlife Records, bro.
Hey, I'm selfish with my label, bro. I'm gonna run my label like a dictatorship.
We're gonna run Aftermath into the fucking ground. There's a new After Records in here. But
you think has the name Death Row already been taken?
But that's kind of fire.
All right. I hope nobody's thought of that yet. So everybody who is listening on YouTube or Spotify, if you're not in the Discord, go join. And if you're not going to join, then leave a comment, DM one of us, let us know. I will count up all the tallies and we'll talk about it on next week's show. And I'm just going to put up a list right here of our teams. Actually, you know what, Tanner? Read me off your team real quick. Let's just give a recap before we get out of here.
All right. I got Drake as the head honcho, my number 1 pick. I got Don Toliver as my number 2 pick. I got Baby Keem as my number 3. Lil Nas X number 4. Working on Dying as my producer team. And then Rick Rubin as my exec. And then, of course, me.
And then Tanner, yes, yes. For my record label, I have Meg the Stallion, Jack Harlow, Pooh Shiesty, who previously mentioned is my dog, and Freddy Gibbs. And then my producers are going to be Metro Boomin and Uncle Al, the Alchemist. And my one extra is John Buchanan. Everybody, go vote on that. Remember, we are talking about what label is going to be getting the most streams, the most plays, the most hits in 5 years from now. And this could be, if you all like the concept enough, this could be an ongoing thing. You know, we could do a second Fantasy Rapsketball Draft, and, you know, we'll figure out a different way to kind of shake it up. But, you know, labels are ever changing. You know? Maybe we'll find some ways to drop some players, add some on. But with that being said, I think that's all we got for today.
Yes, sir. Appreciate y'all tuning in.
I got a new audio interface, so now I'm going to hit y'all with some Jamaican air horns. Oh, everybody, go follow us on Instagram, follow us on Twitter, subscribe to us on YouTube, join the Discord, follow us on TikTok, vote in the Discord. If you wear a size small, go buy some hoodies. Anything else? Am I forgetting anything?
Nah, man.
Are we out of here?
We're out of here.
I, as always, am your host, Clay Bonin.
I'm your co-host, Tanner Mavis.
And we will see you guys next week.
Yes, sir.
Deuces.